She's like, I'm prepared this time. But yes, that's how you fight the ghosts. You pretty much Pokemon them. You collect them all. And then when the final boss comes around, that it's graded in types of cameras. So there's like 17 film and 14, or no. There's 7, there's 14, and it goes up until you hit 0 film.
Hard.
0.
And oh my god.
Huh? Until you hit
oh my god is the one you start with. Like, hey,
yes, oh my god.
Oh my god.
No, the one you start with is, let me get all the extra points with this film so that I don't waste the 14 film.
If you waste your 14 film, don't ever, I don't remember what the last one is, but it's green. If you waste that one,
that's the 0
for the
film.
rest of the game.
That's the 0 film.
Yeah.
You get like 3 pictures with the 0 film. So 7 is the most bountiful because it's wow, you're unprofessional. I'm kidding. Who's making noises? Oh, hello. Please come, take a seat, listen to ghosts, listen to me rant. It's good.
Isn't 35 unlimited in most of the games now?
No, it's 7 that's unlimited.
7
because that's the lowest number. And then 14 is the most bountiful because you find it practically everywhere. But then you get like 31 and no, it's 30, 37, 61, and then I believe it's 0. I really wish I could hear what you're saying. God.
When you're accidentally on the wrong color and you take a picture and you're like, shit!
Yes, that happens a lot.
And then you waste your really good film on this dinky little ghost and you're like, why did I do that?
But then you also do this thing where you're like, this is the best film in the game. I'm going to save it for the boss. And then you get to the boss and you're like, but this is my good film. I can't waste, I need to make sure I use all of the other film before I use this film. And you end up never using that film.
It's the elixir problem.
Yes, it's the elixir problem. You think that you're going to use it, but it's just going to sit pretty forever. You're never doing anything with it. But yes, so I just noticed that your hat's, I can't say that because this is not an 18 plus panel. Your hat is very vulgar. Oh, where's your Yuri hat? No, wait, you can't get into this right now. Okay, but yes.
Squirrel.
Yes, that is my life. Snap.
Squirrel.
Doesn't help that my camera is pink, and that also gets me off topic.
Squirrel.
But yes, so, any questions at all? Yes.
Okay, we thought of a possible explanation for why there's suddenly boot physics and wet t-shirts and optional lingerie outfits and stuff.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
They're both made by Tecmo, who also makes Dead or Alive. So you gotta wonder if the teams maybe trade off people. But this also speaks well for that Fatal Frame Extreme Beach Volleyball you're talking about.
See? He gets what I'm talking about.
No, I have a feeling that's legitimately what they were planning because all of the girls are really pretty. Their hair blows in the breeze, and their boobs jiggle like nobody's business.
But just think of the screenshot hijinks potential. You take a screenshot during Fatal Frame Beach Volleyball, and then they all get attacked, and you have to start over again because you were stupid enough
During beach
to
volleyball,
stop.
you have to suddenly pause for a boss battle. Yes, I would actually play that. Like, I would legitimately play that. Let's see.
They should hire me.
Now, since I've ranted for half an hour about what Fatal Frame is about, I will go ahead and leave the other half an hour. If you would like to frustrate me, I will. Oh, you've already got people that want to frustrate me.
I have a comment.
You have okay.
About the 5th game that I think is incredibly important to anyone who hasn't played it.
Okay, go ahead.
If suicide is a trigger for you, don't play this game. The entire game is about a suicide forest.
Oh, that's true.
The entire game is about an actual forest in Japan, and that's why everybody's dying.
Oh, the
because
Gahara
they're committing
forest.
suicide.
Yeah.
I cannot actually finish
Like,
the game.
to be completely fair, there's a lot of
evil kids and dolls. Get away from the game.
there's a lot of suicide in the Fatal Frame games in general, though.
But that
There's quite a lot.
entire game is about it. That's its actual core of the game.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the thing, is like, I can handle a suicide here and there, but this game is just like, this is the plot of the game.
Casual suicide's fine, but like when it's the main thing.
And you even have little kids that are committing suicide in that game. It's rough.
That is completely understandable. Yeah, Fatal Frame games are definitely not for the faint of heart.
At all.
Like, like you think that Resident Evil is scary, and
There's
yeah,
no happy
sure,
ending?
it is scary in its own right. But Fatal Frame goes to that other level of there are these people, even though they are dead and they are gone, they are they have legitimate backstories that even if they are a minor character, they make you feel for them. You hear their pain and you're like, oh God, my heart. So it's a thing that if you don't want to feel, then don't play the game. All right, so go ahead and frustrate me, guys. Let's see what happens. You haven't raised your hand yet, so I'm going to go with you first. What ghost frustrates me the most? It's also the ghost that terrifies me the most, and that would be Box Lady. Box Lady. I hate Box Lady. I hate her so much, but I have so much respect for her. Because Box Lady, the thing with her is that she is this old woman who is trying to flee the darkness. She's in Fatal Frame 2, and I think she makes a reoccurrence in Fatal Frame 3. She was hiding from the darkness, and so she gets into this kimono box. And when the darkness comes, she's like curled up in this box, and that's how she dies. Well, when you're first hello? Hello, is this on? Yeah. Is that why I'm echoing so much? Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay, good. That's what I thought. Like, I'm gonna turn this thing off. Oh my God, I can't turn it off. What do I do? I do that. That's what I do. But yeah, so I'm still echoing. It's haunted, guys. We're ruined. But the way so when you first introduced to her, it's like 3 seconds into the game, you walk into this room, you're like, oh look, it's a safe spot, I'm safe. And you walk into the room and the light goes off. And you're like, oh no, what's about to happen? And all of a sudden, I'm about to mess up my hair for this, you guys better feel privileged. This comes out of the box. Oh wait, hold on, let me make it more atmospheric, hold on. Hold on, I got this. Comes out of this box, and she shambles towards you, and you're just like, please stay away from me, please stay away from me. It doesn't help that you're in a room that's like half the width of this, and like maybe the length of this table. So you're just like scrambling up against the walls, like, please stay away from me, I really would like you to not be near me.
Is that the one with the twins? And you're stuck in the room with her? She's also kind of an obstacle as well?
Uh-huh,
yeah.
Yep. And then she keeps popping out of wells. And she just... Box Lady is that grandma that, like, you love to death, but you really don't want to spend time with her. Like, you're just like, hi, Grandma, I want to talk to you on the phone. Oh, wait, you're in town next week. I am so sorry. I have to do homework. No, I'm sorry, it's astrophysics. You really can't help me. I'm sorry. Bye. That's Box Lady. But she's the one that frustrates me most, just because it does. Like, her hitbox is so hard to get sometimes. Like, you can come sit down. Like, I mean, we accept scary people, and you seem to fit that bill. Come on in. Yeah, like that mask man, that mask. So she frustrated me the most just because her hitbox used to be really hard. Like, even one of the final bosses, like, their hitbox is ridiculous, but hers is just very finicky. And they never refined it. So that's what frustrated me the most. Yes?
For the boss lady, isn't it that you can't attack her at all until she, like, lifts up?
Not necessarily. Sometimes you can get her, like, if you have the, okay, bye. If you have the wow, I forgot the name of the thing that the game is named after. The Fatal Frame. If you get that, sometimes it'll zoom in on you and you're able to get that. But until she either gets super close or she rushes at you.
So you're trapped in a tiny space with your save point going off with an invincible ghost.
She's not invincible. She's just really frustrating.
Well, at first, invincible.
Oh, she seems super invincible. Yes. It's one of those things where you're like, how am I supposed to hit you? You're wanting to like rage quit against the wall, like. Controller, beat wall. Oh wait, now I have no controller. Alright, next. Yes.
Which ghost scared you the most?
Okay. That's a loaded question.
I know, that's not a nice question, I'm sorry.
I'm going to refer to you. Which ghost scared me the most? Do you remember? No, scared me, not made me instantly fall in love with. Scared me.
Not so scary.
Because I just talked about Box Lady.
Scary that makes you want to pee your pants. Oh, crawl space.
Crawl space chick, yeah! Oh my god, I forgot about her. Why did I remember her? Why did you do this to me? Yes, crawl space chick. I swear to God, I had nightmares about her for like a week afterwards because you thought that small room with box lady was bad. No, you only get like this much. Like, you get the screen's worth of viewpoint, like a first-person point of view, and you are having to navigate around supports of a house. And this chick is like a spider crawling like right into your face. And I hate that with half of the ghosts, you can only get them when you're like making direct, like homoerotic eye contact. It's ridiculous. But yeah, she's got this look on her face that just like, it's twisted into, hi Zach, it's twisted into like a Joker-esque grin. And it's, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Next question. Anyone, give me something. Oh dear Lord, yes.
You know what? Tell me and I'll tell her.
I can still hear you. The music. Oh, my favorite thing. Yes. Okay. Yes, my favorite like unintentional button. So in Fatal Frame 3, if I didn't mention this before, which I'm pretty sure I didn't because shiny, you alter between being awake and being asleep, which is kind of the normal state of being. But this time, every time you ma'am, language! You have no voice and I still heard that curse word!
When you're walking...
Ma'am! Okay, anyway. So, honestly though, so you alternate between being asleep and being awake, and when you're in the house, every time you come back from being asleep, stuff starts to bleed into reality. Oh my god, that pipe is huge. No! Shiny syndrome. So, every time you come back, there's a little bit more that comes back with you. You'll start seeing like little ghosts here and there, like there'll be a drapery to the kitchen and all of a sudden there are ghost feet and you go through the kitchen and there's nothing there. My favorite part is the stupidest thing ever, is like you always start in your bedroom, which is upstairs, and then you come down the hallway, and then you go down, and then you go down the stairs, and you loop through and you're about to go like behind the couch, and all of a sudden, dun, starts playing. Like this continual sound of just dun. And then if you go back towards the stairs, it stops. But if you go back towards behind the couch, it starts again. So like, it's just a button. And then once you get from behind the couch into the hallway, it stops again. So it's literally just like the span of the couch where you have to be terrified at this sound that comes out of nowhere. It's beautiful. I love it.
Does anything happen?
No! Nothing happens! It's just this sound! All that happens is like, it scares you the first time because you think something bad is going to go down. Like you walk around the couch and it's like, you're like, oh god, what do I do?
It's a video game where the music changes and you're just like, shit.
Exactly, like the music changes, you're like, oh no, something's about to attack me, but nothing happens. And then I was like, the reason that I figured out this was a button is because I went around, I heard the noise, and I was like, nope. I went back up the stairs and it stopped, and I was like, wait. And then I did it again, and she was right there, and I just kept going back and forth, and she's like, can you please stop? Oh goodness. Next, anyone at all, please anger me, yes.
It's not so much a question, it's more like explaining the main premise of the game, how it functions, the camera screw-up.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yes.
so...
Oh dear, are you a ghost now?
kind of. Alright, do like
I'm
this
afraid.
really quick, like a decent rectangular frame, right? Like hold it high up and then like...
Oh dear, okay.
So,
a little bit more oblong, like,
yeah.
there you go, better, yes.
Alright, so like she says, these freaking ghosts walking up to you and they're just shambling all this and all stuff. You like imagine a reticle in the middle right there, and you have to hit right at my face as I'm getting really up to speed to get the 0 shots.
Again, homoerotic eye contact. You have to be like saxophone is playing by the time that they are close enough for you to take this picture.
Yeah, it is called the 0 shot when you actually get it right.
And it doesn't help at all, like, once you get the right upgrade, there's, like, this really annoying ding, 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 like, hey, stupid, you need to take a picture. And
Yeah,
that's how
yeah.
that starts. Because you get upgrades, and they're supposed to be helpful, but they're more like really annoying friends that call you in the middle of you, like, constantly trying to hang out with friends, but they call every 5 seconds. Yeah, we know that feeling. Okay, yes, I appreciate you. Anyone else want to anger me or talk about the game at all whatsoever? Anything at all?
Spirit camera.
Oh, we're going to talk about Spirit Camera now. Okay. This is my life. Okay, so Spirit Camera is a spin-off for the 3DS. I get dance music to this segment, I guess. Yes. We're going to talk about Spirit Camera. Okay, so it's, for some reason they named it Spirit Camera, but then when you go into the game itself, it is called, Snap, you have it.
Hold on, let me get back to the
Fatal
menu.
Frame what?
Let me get back into the menu. Give me
Yeah.
a second.
Do my bidding. Wahaha.
Turn to title screen.
Fatal Frame what is a pretty...
Fatal Frame what?
Fatal Frame what?
They call it the Cursed Memoir.
The Cursed Memoir, yes. And they had a really good premise, don't get me wrong.
But if you are actually talking about what Japan called it and what it's called, what the game calls itself, Fatal Frame: The Diary of Faces.
There we go. That's a way cooler name. Why did they keep that?
Because America.
Because America, yes. So, Fatal Frame, the Spirit Camera one, because forget it, whatever. It was a premise where you had to actually use a little packet in your 3DS case, and you had to flip through the game and you had to find particular pictures. And you used the 3DS camera to interact with the game that way. The only downside to that is, yes, it was a very good way of progressing through the game, being interactive, having to actually real world look through something, but at the same time, you always had to be in a very well lit area.
Or have the booklet.
Or have the booklet. And if you had neither of those things, then the game didn't go very well. Because the game was constantly breaking the fourth wall, it's not really well lit in here. You need to maybe go to a place where there's actually light. And it's one of those things where I only have really good lighting in my kitchen, according to my 3DS, and my kitchen is yay wide. So I'm standing in my kitchen. I have to hold my DS up against my kitchen wall, and all I get to see is a small child growing like a chia pet on my screen until he is the appropriate size for shooting. I wish I could shoot him, but I had to shoot him. But if they had refined the process a little bit better, they did try to do it better for the Wii U, in which they had the big Wii U pad thingy where you had to move it around as well, but that didn't work out very well either, because most people want to, if it's on a console, a legit console, people just want to sit down and play it. The thing with the Wii U is they kept trying to make people active, so you'd have to stand up with the Wii U pad and continually go around like this trying to find it. But if you continue to do that, you still have to look at the main screen to do stuff. Failed premise. They tried. They tried. But the thing that pisses me off about Spirit Camera is that they tried really hard for the atmosphere and they failed desperately. It could have been really, really good, but they didn't want to scare children, and that was their problem. You need to be willing to scare children if you're going to put a game like that on the 3DS. Thank you! I think you would know all about scaring children, though, wouldn't you? Babies specifically, okay. I don't think babies would be playing Spirit Camera. Yeah. The controls were good. The game was really short. The story wasn't all that great, and they kind of tried to throw in a Jekyll and Hyde sort of thing.
But the boy coming out of the mask is so much fun. He knows with the music. Watch.
Oh my God! It works on your phone. He knows the music that's going on.
He knows the music is going on.
His head is wiggling back and forth. Well, as it turns out, you don't need the booklet, just look it up on your phone.
Oh yeah, if you have the PDF, it works much easier because it's backlit.
Yes,
Also,
so you don't need to be in a bright area, hopefully.
Well, if you have one of the newer 3DSs, they have better cameras, which means you don't have to have such bright lighting to use it. Because it's a hardware limitation, not the game.
I was poor. I had what I had, and it required that I play in my kitchen and not be terrified at all whatsoever. Which is what you're supposed to do when you play a Fatal Frame game. You play that game to be terrified. That's what you do.
You gotta put it-
All
No,
right.
you play spirit camera to break stuff in your house.
No, you place your camera to break your 3DS in your house.
No, it's because you're like, oh God, where's that? Where's that? And you're like slamming into your picture frames on the wall. You're like, oh God, I've stepped on the small child. Okay, well, no, it's okay, I got it. I got it.
Legitimately, you have no idea how many times I was like, I'm gonna get you, and I ran into my freaking stove. Like 6 times. I was cooking mac and cheese one time, and I was like, oh dear. Yes, but we will go ahead and get off of that topic. Anyone
but
else?
it's the
Because
best topic.
if no one brings anything up, I'm gonna rant about Whale Lady and Falling Lady and that stupid. Oh, yes,
I was
yes.
gonna say, like, you want to show off the jaunt that they do as they walk or try to go as fast as they can.
Oh, actually, I have heels too. This works perfectly. Oh, this is gonna be painful. Okay, so. Actually, I will demonstrate without my heels first. So usually, you would think that a run would be like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here, I'm about to die. No, that's not how it works in Fatal Frame. Oh no, Because fashion is a thing. Because if you're not surviving and not looking good, then there's no point, right? So, when you're in Fatal Frame, again, this works perfectly, and I'm going to hate this decision. When you're in Fatal Frame, it's...
I'm late for a meeting.
Yes! Sorry.
Slow-mo.
Still too fast. It's like your heels constantly falling off.
It's I'm late for a meeting and I forgot to,
But I don't
not
want to ruin
get
my
drunk
makeup.
last night.
Can't ruin my makeup. Yeah. I'm super strong, guys. Thank you, other people in the other room. Aw, thank you. I wasn't really expecting it, but I appreciate it. Did I see you raising your hand, sir? No? Okay. Do you have a question for me? I'm kidding. But yes, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about, like, Shamu real quick, because that's who she is. She's Shamu. Yes. You have a lot of interesting topics. What are you guys talking about?
Game.
Well, I would hope so, yes.
We were talking about how I like to scare the crap out of my friend with the second one because I know where all the ghosts are going to come out, and she screams like a truck.
Like a truck.
I mean, it does.
Actually, that does bring up an interesting thing, because Fatal Frame does this thing where it has several different difficulties. And I love the fact that what they do with the difficulties is, like, if you play on normal, right, which I have never... I don't play on normal the first run because I am a wuss. So I'll play on easy the first time. And they have like different little, like, you can get extra points here by taking this picture, and extra points here by taking this picture. But then I like when you change the difficulty, it changes those. Like, it changes the little jump scares. At one point we had changed the difficulty. And there was like a hand in like the windowsill that we hadn't like seen before. Nuh-uh. Oh, wait, nuh-uh as in don't want to remember it? Or nuh-uh as in no? Nuh-uh as in you don't want to remember it, okay. So, like, there's this hand just chilling, minding its own business, and walked up like, oh, sweet, extra point, then all of a sudden the body comes and swings down from the... like, hey, what's up? My arms are gone. But my hand's right here. Oh, look, I found my hand. I hate her. My arms! My arms! Huh? One more time. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, God, what if he... Like, he was the one that was all slashed up all over the place. Which one? Oh, where my husband? Where he at? Where did he go? Yeah. In Fatal Frame 2, there's like a lady and a kid looking for her husband. And so it's, where's my husband? And the little kid, where did he go? So this actually gets into how I cope with Fatal Frame and how we together cope with Fatal Frame. It turns out if you just give everything a stupid voice, it makes it a whole lot less scary. So where my husband was that lady, and where he at was the kid. And then the ghost that, like, when you're crossing the bridge in the second one, and she like pops up out of nowhere, and she's like swimming through the air. She's Shamu because she goes, what? And then, I mean, I love Falling Lady. Falling Lady's my favorite because she had the best cutscene. Like, you're walking down the stairs, like everything's all fine and dandy, and then just all of a sudden she senses something. She looks over, and there's this like dark, brooding face that like falls down, and then you get to the base floor, and she's just like going like this. And she can't move very fast. So like if you walk more than 5 steps ahead, like away from her, she's like, no, wait for me, and she has to disappear. And then you hear, ah! She comes next to you. Yeah, like,
And I'm just like, what are you doing?
if I'm this far away from falling lady, she's like, no, I love you, we need to be closer. She'll disappear. Ah! Funk. That was your ringtone for the longest time, was her, ah! Funk. Let's see, let's talk about ghosts from the 5th one, though, because we haven't really touched on the 5th one too much. We can talk about Giraffe Lady for a minute, because I hate her. Okay. Let me just say that I mentioned earlier that all the ghosts have a backstory, and it's heartbreaking, and it actually gets you... Not Tall Lady. I checked. Tall Lady has no backstory. I have no sympathy for her. Hello. You guys understand this, right? Okay. I have no sympathy for Tall Lady, okay? Like, you are a schoolgirl trying to not get your clothes wet on this stupid mountain looking for your teacher, and all of a sudden you come around the street, she's like, hey, how you doing? How is it today? I'm wearing a sun hat and a sundress, and I'm like 8 feet tall. How does this happen? I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, well maybe they like tried to stretch her out. Maybe they like, I don't know why she's so happy about it, but maybe she's just like abnormally tall, and like she was made fun of as a child or something, and she committed suicide, or like, she's near this tree, there's gotta be some significance. No, I looked into it, the writers never made a story for her, she's just there. And her creepy Joker smile just coming around the corner. Hey buddy, I heard you were in the area and you are soaking wet. Let me dry you off with death. No, I don't like her. I think she's stupid.
Maybe she was part of a circus?
If she were part of a circus, no, I still wouldn't give her credit. I hate her that much. I'm done with her. I don't like her anymore. Let's see. We have 5 minutes. Are there any lightning round questions you guys want to ask me? Yes.
How are the cool kids playing Fatal Frame 4, considering it didn't come out over here?
Actually, funny story. You can hack your Wii.
Okay.
And the way you hack your Wii is by telling your Wii that you're not hacking it.
Okay.
When you get into the systems, the Wii will pop up with this little thing that says, essentially, are you trying to hack me? And the way that you trick it is by telling it no. That's it. And then you just download you download Fatal Frame 4, and then you're able to get an English translation patch. Now, to be fair, the English translation patch is not all that great, but it's still a thing that you can do. The thing that I liked about Fatal Frame 4, playing it, is that when you hack the Wii and you download the English patch, they didn't really account for the fact that English goes this way as opposed to up and down. So when they try to put the titles of the ghosts when you take the pictures, it's like 7 or 8 letters just tangled onto one. And so you have to try to guess what the name of the ghost is, and it's wonderful. But it shows up in the compendium later, so that's fine. Alright. You guys are probably tired. Oh, you have one. Go ahead.